Oh, well, that's one way to get them moving. That was not the plan. Not even sure where Bailey came from. I was going to take a video of them all napping in the corner, but now you're going to get a video of everybody wide awake and wound up. You'll notice that they're not all that concerned. So here's where we're at with the little birds. The little birds are probably ready to go outside, out to the big flock now. So we may get them out to the big flock in the next few days, or they may stay here for another couple of weeks because I've got some business travel coming up, and I've got 4 little chicks that were just hatched for whatever reason, I don't even know how, out in the big flock. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with those 4 little chicks yet. You've seen the video about them. They're really cute, and they're nice colors, and I'd love to make sure they stay healthy and happy, but I also don't want to disappoint their mom. So I'm thinking about, this morning, and I know this video is probably a couple days beyond, but this morning when I found them, I mean, their moms were being quite protective. They were being taken care of. The flock wasn't bothering them. So I pretty much said, you know what, we're just going to leave them. I'm rethinking that decision for a lot of reasons, not the least of which being, and I mentioned this earlier, is that they won't be able to get in and out of the coop. And if mom goes up in the coop, they're going to get stuck on the ground outside of the coop, and that could leave them vulnerable to getting picked on by the rest of the flock, which we certainly don't want. So I may take the 2 adult moms and their 4 chicks and just pop them in here. And they should be fine here. These little guys, yes, they will pick on them a little bit, but they shouldn't hurt them. They're still a bit smaller, and the moms are bigger than these little chickens, so that should work. I'll do that in the evening, of course, if I do decide to do it. The other option is to move all these guys out and move the 2 moms and the babies in here alone. Not a bad option either. And then the third option is to just pull the babies, leave the moms in the flock where they belong, pull the 4 chicks, put them in the tack room, and grow them up. And then I'll have more chicks to move out here, which, again, not necessarily a terrible thing because I've got potential turkey poults in the incubator that'll be due in about 3 weeks. So those little chicks will still be little enough to be able to be friends with those turkey poults if there's any that hatch. So I don't know. I've got all sorts of options that I've got to figure out. And so I wanted to share that with you because I've been thinking about it ever since I took the first video. But then the second aspect, these guys, they're so fun. They're just busy. The second aspect I wanted to share with you is more of a sad update. So the last video I did of our little sick chicken who, decided that she wasn't able to walk, she came up without, I don't even know how it happened, to be honest with you. Like I said, she's not injured. Whee! She's not injured. She just suddenly just couldn't walk. And my belief was it was nutrition related. We've been working with her. And if you watch the last video, you know that prognosis was guarded, to say the least, but she was still alert, perky, eating, drinking, and doing the normal things. Unfortunately, about 12 hours after I took that video, things took a very big turn for the worse. I don't know what it was. Could it have been the wildfire smoke? Maybe. I don't think so, but certainly that is an unknown factor. But she just passed. And there's no other way to say it other than, we gave it our best shot. We gave her our best shot. I'm super disappointed because she was quite pretty. And of course, I was getting quite attached to her. But by the time she showed signs of being ill, and I mentioned this the day that we found her that way, it's a very high probability that success is not going to happen because they hide their illnesses so well. Now I'm going to Monday morning armchair quarterback a little bit or whatever we call it. and say that there was probably something else wrong with that chicken from the get-go. Y'all know she didn't grow as fast as the rest of her grouping of hatch. She never got her feathers in properly. She was half the size of everybody. There's probably something that was, wrong, right? Whether it was a heart defect or whether there was some other internal defect. I'll never know. And it will always be one of those odd things that does happen. And when you deal with, what are you doing, silly chicken? You look like a hawk. You're so funny. But when you deal with animals and you deal with animals in volume, this is sometimes what you see and what you have. And it's not something that I like. It's not something that I want. And I certainly don't accept it. But at the same time, I recognize that it is part of this journey, part of this life, and I have to manage it, even if I don't accept it, even if I don't like it. Okay? So we did lose her. I still have a bunch of beautiful birds here that will move out to our big flock. And now 4 new chicks that were unexpected and completely not, not where they belong. So I have some decisions to make there. So where, life gives, life also sometimes takes away. And so that is the update that I've got right now. And there's not much else that I have to share from today other than we're free of wildfire smoke. There's no more haze. There's a beautiful breeze. We had some torrential downpours yesterday, lots of rain. So everything's lush and green and Thorn's taking advantage of it. Voodoo was out. And yeah, the girls are out. Things are looking good. So I'm sorry to share that news. Hopefully the joy of 4 new little chicks will make up for it. And we'll see you at the next one. Until then, I've got work to do. Bye for now.